Welcome to Leigh Dickey TV. Hit subscribe to follow along with the fun. Now let's get on to today's video. Mayim Bialik is stepping in to guest host Jeopardy. I guess they're going through a round of guest hosting yet again amidst the Mike Richards goings on. I give you my thoughts, opinions, and a bit of a commentary on it next. Alright, so actress Mayim Bialik is going to step in as the day-to-day host for Jeopardy, the syndicated everyday game show that executive producer Mike Richards was named the host of. But since certain things have come to light, Richards has stepped away from the hosting duties, although he is remaining as executive producer. But I'm not going to get into the whole Mike Richards controversy and the goings on and what have you. There's enough on the interwebs about it. You can throw it in your Google machine and find out all about it for yourselves. But basically, Mike Richards, who I guess is staying on as the executive producer and has been the executive producer of Jeopardy, and I think Wheel of Fortune as well, for the better part of nearly 2 years, maybe a year and a half, he was basically named the host of Jeopardy, succeeding the late Alex Trebek, and certain things came to light, so he stepped away. But to my knowledge, and with what information is out there, he is staying on as executive producer. But Mayim Bialik, who was named the host of Jeopardy's primetime specials and their special tournament episodes, so like the teen tournament and the college tournament, is stepping in to the hosting role of the everyday syndicated version of Jeopardy in light of everything that has come to the forefront regarding Mike Richards. So I've read a few articles on Mayim Bialik stepping in as the host of the syndicated version of Jeopardy, which I think is going into this season 37 or 38. I think it's been on the air since 1984, so this would be season 38, I'm assuming, if my math is right. If not, somebody can correct me down in the comments below. But I have read several articles on Mayim Bialik stepping in to the hosting role in light of what's going on with Mike Richards. I've read certain things that say this guest hosting tenure is going to last 3 weeks as they ramp up in production for this upcoming season, because the new episodes, they start airing, I think, in a month or two. So, sure, she is stepping up and doing the staff and producers of Jeopardy and Sony Television a huge favor by coming in light of what's going on with executive producer Mike Richards and him, stepping away from the hosting duties. Here's the thing. I don't have a problem with Mayim Bialik stepping into the sort of everyday hosting role, even though this is supposed to be just a guest spot. But they've already signed her to host specials and the tournament episodes, so your teen tournament, your college tournament, etc., etc. Why not just give her the permanent everyday hosting duties? Although, signing her to host the primetime specials and the tournament style episodes might be used to sort of give her, I guess, leeway with her acting career, because of course she's known for her roles on Blossom and The Big Bang Theory. So being signed to sort of a part-timers or like just the specialty episodes like the primetime specials and the tournament style episodes, that might give her more time to devote to her acting career. Now, to my knowledge, she does have some sort of degree in one of the sciences. I think she's a neuroscientist or a physicist. Somebody can correct me. Please do down in the comments if I'm wrong. But I think that, okay, so Mayim Bialik is stepping in because they're going to do another round of guest hosting, and she's stepping in as production for the new season starts up. In light of what's happening with executive producer Mike Richards and him stepping away from the hosting role. But I think that why not just give her the everyday hosting duties? I mean, she's proven enough that she can handle taking the podium from somebody like an Alex Trebek. I mean, nobody's going to replace Alex Trebek because Alex Trebek was Alex Trebek, and he was an absolute legend, right? But she's proven that she has the sort of gumption and the knowledge and the personality to step into that hosting role. So I say, why not give her the everyday hosting duties? Like, I still think that if they're going to go through a round of guest hosting again, that former contestant Austin Rogers should guest host at least for a week, maybe two. Like, that would be cool. I will link that video and that episode down in the description and in the cards for you if you wish to watch it for yourselves. And I give you my reasons as to why I think he should get a shot at guest hosting. Those are just my opinions, much like these are. But I think that if you're going to have Mayim Bialik step into the everyday hosting role, albeit temporarily, right, in light of what's going on with executive producer Mike Richards, why not just give her the everyday hosting duties? Because it just makes sense. Though, like I said earlier, perhaps signing her to host the tournament-style episodes and the primetime specials was to give her more room for her acting career, because, of course, she's known for her roles on Blossom and The Big Bang Theory. I will say that, having, say, Mike Richards step in as host, I said this previously, that if he were to get the everyday hosting duties for Sony, I suppose it would make sense because he's already the executive producer. But in light of everything that's happened, I have an opinion on that. I'm not going to share it, and, I'm assuming we're all adults. You can form your own opinions on what's going on with this whole Mike Richards thing and Jeopardy and Sony Pictures Television by yourself. But I figured earlier when, they were doing the first round of guest hosts and he stepped in to the everyday hosting role for, I think, a week or two, it made sense because he is the executive producer. So to have him as the everyday host, why not? He's already there on a day-to-day basis, so he knows the ins and outs of the show, right? From, say, a production standpoint and what he wants, because he's the executive producer. But, I will say, like I kept saying this entire episode, why not just give Mayim Bialik the everyday job? Because, you've already signed her to do the tournaments and the primetime specials. That would make sense. I still think that former contestant Austin Rogers should get a shot at hosting. Of course, you had Robin Roberts come in, and then there was Dr. Oz. You had LeVar Burton. Ken Jennings. You could get him to come in as the everyday host. A lot of people were pretty high on how Ken Jennings did. I actually really enjoyed his run because, he's familiar to the fans and the staff. Because I think is he a consulting producer or a consultant with the show? So, to me, it would just make sense to have Mayim Bialik become the permanent everyday host of Jeopardy as the syndicated show itself. Plus, you're right, you've already got her on the primetime specials and the tournament type episodes with the teen tournament and the college tournament, etc., etc. But those are just my opinions. But there it is. Mayim Bialik stepping in temporarily while Jeopardy goes through another round of guest hosts while Mike Richards, who was named the everyday permanent host of Jeopardy, steps away. And there was also a little controversy with Mike Richards being named the permanent host because he's already the executive producer. Yes, it makes sense to have him there as the permanent host. However, there are several people on the interwebs saying that, he was more tasked with finding a replacement for Alex Trebek, and replacement's the wrong word because nobody's going to replace Alex Trebek, but you find a permanent host that isn't somebody already associated with the show, albeit you have Ken Jennings, but he's a consultant or a consulting producer. So there it is. But there they are. There you have it. My thoughts, opinions, and a commentary on Mayim Bialik stepping into the everyday hosting duties of Jeopardy while new guest hosts are announced and auditioned. Let me know what you think of this video. Please do comment, like, share, and subscribe right here to Leigh Dickey TV on YouTube. Leave us a 5-star rating and review on your favorite podcast app. and player of choice. Please do subscribe to all my podcasts. The Beast and Speaks podcast, Yo Nostalgia, and Pinfall, a pro wrestling podcast. New episodes weekly. Thank you all again for tuning in to Leigh Dickey TV right here on YouTube. Again, please comment, like, share, and subscribe. I will leave all the notes down in the description for you all. We will leave another link to the Austin Rogers should guest host a stint on Jeopardy for a week or two at the very least. I will leave that episode listed and linked in the description and show notes for you all. But again, I have been Leigh Dickey. This wraps up another video. Please do comment, like, share, and subscribe. Alright, take care, and we will talk to you later. Leigh Dickey, signing off. Peace! Thanks for tuning in to Leigh Dickey TV. New episodes are available every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Subscribe to follow along with the fun.